Before the only Magneto guide that you'll ever need, I'm gonna need one thing, and that's for you to subscribe, because I'm trying to beat my computer science teacher in subscribers. That's really important, and these Blender models for my thumbnails take like 2 hours to make, and I'm very unemployed and broke. If you've been watching any social media Marvel Rivals, Pro Comp, or just higher ranked Marvel Rivals, you're going to be seeing things on Magneto being used a lot more, and we're going to go over how this is and why it's being chosen a lot more. His pick rate's gone up because people have realized how actually good he is in situations. First thing we're going to be talking about is the Iron Volley, which is his left click. Does 35 damage to people, 5 extra damage when it hits with a person, so it's 40 damage on explosion, 35 on hit. It is a very slow projectile, so unless you're moving with your target and aiming on someone, you are going to want to aim in front of people, which is why I use this crosshair. The lines line up, I line them up with the people, and it hits. It's a little bit delayed because I use this crosshair for everyone, but it'll work with the speed of people. And it's decent damage for a tank. If you are hitting your shots, it'll be good. The only problem in like a very competitive, like fast situation, you want to, if you're not good at aiming, just aim at the floor because it has that explosion, and if you hit their feet, which is a lot easier than hitting a headshot, it'll do the same amount of damage. But mostly your damage is not going to be the main part of his kit. Yes, you'll get kills. You will have other abilities that will help you get kills, and it's not that bad of an ability. Its range is 25 meters max, and it's on the explosion. The farther you are from someone, the less damage you do. So if you're up close, you do the max amount of damage, but the farther you are, there's like a damage drop off, and you can four-shot people, swishies, but you're not going to be doing that pretty much alone. His melee is it's a very slow melee, which I'm not sure how much damage it does. It looks probably around 20. Really, if you're out of your right click and your left click and you're trying to finish off an enemy, this is really the only time you want to use that melee. Or if you're just swinging away with no ammo against like a tank, it's really easy to hit those shots. Okay, let's talk about his right click, which is called Mag Cannon. It does 90 damage when all 3 lines below your crosshair are loaded, and it knocks back 6 meters to any character, no matter if it's a tank or a squishy. And what people want to use with Magneto when they don't understand is that the 3 lines, you want to wait for them to like reload, and if you can't see the 3 lines that well, his back piece reloads and has like a purple aura to it when it's done. There is not a range drop off on that.
How disappointing.
Like 90% sure. I've used it from very long range. It's good to use to finish someone off because it shoots way faster than your other projectiles. Never use it on that one line right there. I think it did like 10 damage. It's not good. Like there. Yeah, it didn't even finish that guy off. It does 90 damage when all 3 are lined up. When you want to use it is, say, to either push someone back. So if this, like if, say someone's trying to get into cover for healers. Okay, that guy just died. Say someone's trying to get cover and get to healers inside of a building, you can push them outside of that, and then your team can like focus them and stop them from getting in like closed points. Get them into your team. You can push people back. It's really good for that. But mainly if you're just shredding someone down. It does do a little bit of stunning too, like you get stunned back a little bit when you're hit by it, so they can't like shoot for like maybe half a second. But it's a lot faster, and you want to use it to finish off people and push people back. Never use it on that one line like that. Always wait for the 3 lines, which is your back piece. Like there, one line, one of my back pieces loaded, the second part, and then the third part, and then it will be glowing purple. Let's talk about his Metallic Curtain, which is his shift ability. The normal shield, which is kind of just a smaller Strange Shield, but that's what people think. It's not, though. It lasts 1 second, it has an 11-second cooldown to come back, and it blocks all damage. Any amount of damage. It doesn't matter what it is, it just blocks all damage for that short amount of time. It's full shield recharge on the right side of your crosshair, like that line that goes down is the 11-second cooldown. Its actual cooldown is 3, and I can pop it like that for a second, but it's not going to be back up. It's in that line. You want to wait for that line to be back up, kind of like your 3 dots. You want to all of your bars to be up before using your abilities with Magneto. That's something important that a lot of people don't use. The probably hardest part of his kit, decision-making wise, is going to be his like bubble shield, which you can be popped on you or a teammate. 12-second cooldown, pretty large cooldown. It lasts 2.5 seconds up. So the way you want to use it is mainly on your survivability when no ults are popped. No ults are popped. You just walked into a back line. You're getting shot down. You're trying to protect your team. Your healers are a little bit farther back, and if they're telling you to come back, best ability to pop. And you can still shoot in it, which is the best part of it. And you can still get kills while trying to escape, like back to your healers in the back line. The way you want to use it on your teammates, and I say this, please use it on your squishies, mainly your healers that are going to be shot down from ults, like a Storm ult, a Magneto ult, Thor ult, Scarlett Witch ult. It can even block part of Punisher's ult. Like, pretty much any damage-dealing ults, you want to shield your squishies. Because in any ult, especially like things like Spider-Man's ult, you're going to be going to the back line or just where the healers and squishies are to try to kill them with ults. You're not going to target the tanks. If you do, you're not doing it right. So you don't want to shield yourself when an ult is popped unless you know it's being popped on specifically you. But if it's being popped on your teammates, you're going to want to get your teammates and give them that shield. Now, I went down here to show you how good his ult can be in like his areas of like when you want to use them. When you have your 6 seconds, it'll absorb all damage coming into you. Obviously, I don't have damage coming to me because I am in the practice range. And if I go up top, if I use it to pull in damage, it'll gain damage. And then you don't need to hit them right on. And that's, you always want to wait for the 6 seconds unless you know that the bubble will pop. Like, a Punisher ult will pop the bubble because it can take too much damage in. It can take too much damage in. It starts at 100 damage when you pop it right away. So, if I...
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It starts at 100 damage when you pop it right away, which is not good unless something like an Iron Man ult or a Punisher ult comes into it. Because a Punisher ult will pop it because it can only take a certain amount of damage before you can use it. And if you use it right away on a Punisher or Iron Man ult, it will do max damage and kill someone. It will do that damage that it took in, and it's crazy for that. That's for blocking DPS ults. The problem is people think of that's its only use. No, the best use that it has is getting rid of healing ults. 6 seconds, if you hit on impact, it will kill any squishy. Healing ults, it'll one-shot them in their ult, and it's so easy to use, so easy to take back point, especially against a Cloak, Luna, Mantis, and Sue, which are the most picked healers in competitive. You want to use the ult to get rid of their ult. You want to use it as a counter, not to just get kills. Your team will have ults to get kills. You want to use it as a counter to ultimates, because ultimates, especially healing ultimates, can take rid of the entire battlefield. Like most team up abilities, it's C, and it turns your primary fire, which is 35 or 40 with explosion, from closest range for damage to enemies. And when you click C, it's 60 damage. 3 shots squishies. Duration is 10 seconds. And
go!
it's really easy to use if you like know how you're aiming. It is a very short cooldown compared to other things. Compared to other things, its cooldown is so much shorter than like other team-ups. Like the cocooning, 160 seconds, which is pretty much alive. Other team-ups take way longer, like I already have it back. And you kind of want to aim like above people, not lower, because lower it will kind of like hit the ground. Because it's kind of like a magic slash, but still, same thing, you want to aim at the lines. It's a, I think it was 25-second cooldown, I didn't look at it right. But very short, very good. Doubled, pretty much almost double the damage of your normal primary fire. That's his good damage with his primary abilities. I hope that guide helped. Remember, I'm trying to beat my computer science teacher and subscribers, so leave a subscribe, like, just do everything, man. Come on.